Chasta and Baby Huey here backstage at Aftershock with Maria from Jigsaw Youth. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing great. Fresh off the stage, we were able to catch like half your set,
Yes.
I think, as we were coming through. How did it feel?
It felt really good. It's a little nerve-wracking being the first band.
Sure,
Because
sure.
you're like, please don't just walk by the stage. But
Yeah.
a lot of people ended up like stopping. And,
Yeah, there was a good crowd when we
watching.
were there.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that particular stage, which is the Shockwave stage.
Yeah.
So for people here at Aftershock, it's like the second stage, but it's right by the entrance. So you're getting that
You get
flow
everyone.
of people
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
in.
When the gates open, I just see like people running, and I was like,
Yeah.
You're on the microphone. Stop. Come over
Right,
here.
exactly.
Get over here.
Said
Yeah.
that, while we were sound checking, because we sound checked like 15 minutes before we were supposed to play.
Yeah.
And I was like, Aftershock! I don't know how far you can hear me, but we're playing first.
Oh, that's great.
Come.
That's great. Hey, it's a good slot. We've been covering this festival for years, and many of the first bands we have become friends with, and they have shot off with a rocket. I mean, there's been a lot of them, so it's
Yeah.
a good spot to have.
Cool.
You're on the festival.
Yeah.
So how did this come to be? Like, give us the background here.
I feel like there's a few factors. March is going to be 10 years of us being a band.
Amazing.
Yeah, we started in high school.
I was gonna say you started when you were 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Should have started my Roth.
Yeah, you really should have. Kids? Yeah.
So I think just for 7 of that, we were a DIY band, just
Sure.
booking our own tours and stuff. And I feel like word gets around and stuff. And then a few years ago, we ended up getting our agent, Brandon. He's amazing. He
Okay.
really just like, he'll just throw us out and like just submit.
That's
so,
great.
You know, if things stick and it makes sense, like we'll say yes. Like we just want to be on the road like all the time. And then he ended up getting us these festivals. So I don't know how. I don't know why.
Well, we know
thank
how and
you,
why.
Danny.
You guys are awesome,
Thank
and,
you.
and you deserve to be here.
Thank
you know,
you.
but it is a very exciting thing once you hit that level.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a whole nother level.
Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping it's opening like the festival market.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and Chas and I were talking about you guys earlier. Just respect. Kudos to the DIY attitude.
Yes.
You know, when we apply for credentials, all stuff, and then you get approved, and then you get like contacts for the bands. But I really respect you guys reached out to us. You
Yeah.
just sent an email like, hey, we're Jigsaw Youth. We're going to be around all day after we play. We'd love to do an interview.
Yeah.
And, you know, I really respect that. Like someone taking the time to reach out.
Yeah.
And you know, because we're always running around trying to get bands to come talk to us and stuff. But the fact that you reached out to us, like, I want to reward that. And like, yeah, I'll check out your band. We checked it out. It was
Hell yeah.
fucking awesome. And it's like, yeah, let's talk to you because we both agree, you know, who knows, 5 years from now, you could be the next big band headlining this stage. So we want to say we talked to you before.
Manifest it, right?
Yeah, I feel like even though it would be nice to have a team, like we don't have managers, we don't have labels. Even though it would be nice, I feel like there's more of a connection
Yeah.
that you can make with people by reaching out to them yourselves.
Yeah.
Like if you have someone that's speaking for you all the time, like even right now, I feel like this interview wouldn't feel as personal.
Totally.
It would be
Yeah.
like,
Totally.
oh, their person reached out to my person.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then you already have this like preconceived like vision of this
Yeah.
like rock star, like you know, which
Yeah.
would be cool. But
Yeah. Get there. Yeah. I love
but
that.
I definitely am more of like a one-on-one personal connection type person.
Yeah.
So if I can do that, I will always
Keep that
do
spirit
Yeah.
because that
Yeah.
will get you far.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this industry is all about relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've been in radio 22 years. You're about the same as well, and
Yeah.
it's all about those relationships that you build. It gets you everywhere.
Yeah.
And being that genuine person that's authentic, and you know, all of that really matters.
Yeah, it's been a little interesting to navigate because I definitely would consider myself more of the introverted
I'm an
one.
introvert. I'm
Yeah.
an extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
Because I have to be for my job.
Yeah,
I
like,
get
I
it.
just-
I fully get it. Put it on. I get it.
But inside, you got the anxiety and all that stuff. Yeah.
Anxiety, all of it.
So it's been kind of a learning experience to learn how to keep in contact with people and I don't know, it gives me a lot of anxiety sometimes,
Totally.
but
Yeah, imposter syndrome,
yeah,
all
I'm like,
of
does
it.
this person think I'm being fake right
Oh,
now?
yeah.
When like I just want to have a good time.
Push
and,
past it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a battle. Like I just said, I've been doing this for 2 decades, and I still do that shit.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it.
But you guys are the real deal. As we were walking in,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys had that crowd in the palm of your hand.
Yes.
Calling them out.
Yes.
Responds you yelling at them like, get ready to headbang, all that stuff. It's just cool. Like there's something there. Like after seeing you guys this weekend, but also leading up to this, reaching out, like I'm really excited to see where you guys is going to go from here career-wise, but also just, kudos just for being awesome. Like you turned into like one of the favorite bands I was excited to see this weekend.
Yeah.
Like I was super excited to see The Warning yesterday, but now it's like I want to see you guys now.
I know.
My new crushes now.
I know, right?
I'll just say it. I'll just throw it out there.
Yeah. I love it. Work it, baby. No, it's cool because The Warning yesterday, I mean, obviously, like, we were talking with those girls about, 10, 15, 20 years ago, being females at a festival like this, like, you were the only one in the room.
Yeah.
How wonderful. In just a few days, we talked to Lizzie Hale of Hailstorm, you had Evanescence, you had The Warning with all 3 sisters.
Juliette Lewis
last night. The 3 of you, like, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the field is definitely opening up.
Thank God.
Yeah. And it's funny because I feel like it's like, people are like, oh, there's all these like female musicians popping up. We've always been here.
Yeah, exactly.
We've always been
Right.
here. We
Right.
just needed the opportunity to
The
like
push.
actually play. Yeah.
Well, and it's the thing is like you're really, really good. And I don't like leaning on the female thing so much because you're a musician.
Yeah.
Like you don't, I've said this a few times this week and I'll say it again. You don't wake up and being like, I have a vagina. Okay, what am I going to do today?
Yeah, I was
like
just
that's not
saying
the
this
leading thing.
to someone earlier. It's like I'm not on stage and I'm like, I'm walking around, I got a vagina.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm playing my bass.
You're right. You're a musician.
Yeah.
You're rocking the hell out of a stage and that's what it is. You're just doing your thing.
Yeah.
But thank God people are it's starting to be a very normal thing and it makes my heart happy.
Yeah, it's like not as much. It's
not an anomaly. Yeah.
Like I feel like, I mean, from my own personal experience, I never felt like being a girl held me back.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, it makes me feel more competitive and
Yeah.
more like women are crazy.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Listen.
Don't mess.
I know.
Like we are crazy, so we're gonna play the shit out of what we do, and I feel like because I know not so much now because it's 2024, so people have way more of an open mind than ever in history.
Sure.
Yeah.
But definitely in the high school days, I definitely felt like I had something to prove.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
like I don't really necessarily like feeling that way. I like to just play and have a good time. And
Yeah. Since we're going down the female route, though, I learned a term today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
I'm a little embarrassed to say this because I didn't know what it meant. You tell the story.
Well, no, so in prepping for talking to you guys, I was just watching some recent interviews, and you guys were talking about, yes, we love embracing the whale tail. And I was like, oh my God, that's so awesome.
Today.
I didn't know what it was. He said,
I told her, I was like, I can't wait to talk to them about whale tails. And you're like,
he said that, and I go, what's a whale tail? And he told me, and I was like, I wear thongs. I still didn't even know it. So now I know. I'm down with. Oh God, I feel old.
Actually, for my birthday, my boyfriend got me like my very first pair of actually like true low rise jeans.
Oh.
And now I can properly wear my whale tail.
Now I know.
Yeah, I'm so
fantastic.
excited.
When you're saying like way cut, like the low cut, right above.
Yeah, like ass crack out.
Yeah. Well, those are meant for the whale tails.
Yeah.
See, I know what I'm saying now.
well, so that's the thing too. It's like watching you guys, your sound. It's just like, I don't know if I should say it's like a throwback because like all weekend we've been talking to a lot of bands from the 90s, early 2000s, and it takes us back to like that period of like new metal, hard rock. I mean, so it's just really awesome to see a younger band like you have that same sound. So I'm just curious, obviously, generic question, like who your influences to create the sound of your band?
Definitely when we were young little girls,
Yeah.
a lot of classic rock, like
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin. I love Pink Floyd. They're probably in my top 3 favorite bands.
Yeah.
Sabbath, like
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix.
Nice.
Jimi Hendrix gets heavy sometimes.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then you go into the 80s and, you got Black Flag and Scream and Minor Threat, Fugazi. And then you go into the 90s and you got like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden, Nirvana.
You're speaking our language.
Yeah. So I I grew up like it wasn't really until like the past few years that I actually started exploring like current music because I was like, I'm so satisfied with this. I don't need.
Oh yeah, I
more.
get that. Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's cool.
So now I'm like, maybe I should actually like, because I'm one of those people where like once I find something I like
yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was like, maybe I should start exploring a little more.
It's funny when I turned you guys on, like, I don't ever like to put anybody in boxes, but you can hear some, like, you go, oh, there's a note of whatever, or that might be a note of whatever, and we both said Kitty.
Yeah.
Like, right off the top.
Yeah.
Because I loved them.
Yeah.
Love them.
I actually got into Kitty because people were mentioning them to us.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, cool. Like,
yeah.
Because a lot of, like, the, like, female fronted bands that I listened to, like in high school, it was like a lot of Riot Girl bands.
Yeah.
Then you have like Sonic Youth, which they're not like heavy.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Definitely very cool, very rock. But people started telling us that we sound like Kitty, and I was like, who the fuck is Kitty?
Who is Kitty? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a compliment.
Yeah, no.
Now you know. Yeah.
Then I looked them up and I was like, oh.
That's cool. I'll take that. How do you do like that low register screamy? I can't.
It was a lot of years of losing my voice.
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely prepared in the future to have like nodes or something.
Oh no! Knock on wood.
Yeah.
No nodes.
But I learned my technique is I drop my Adam's apple.
Oh.
And like.
Did someone teach you to do that, or you just do it?
Yeah, it just feels more like comfortable to get the sound I want to get out.
Oh, wow.
If I drop it,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm almost like pushing out from the diaphragm.
Right.
And then I don't know how to describe singing. I feel like singing to me is just like something I do.
It's like breathing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe what I do. I just kind of like spent years experimenting, and then I know that if I do this, it helps me reach this note. And it's kind of been my experience.
It's good for you that you're a natural at it, so you don't have to think about it that much, which is nice.
Also, just want to say congrats, new music video,
Yeah.
right? It's so encourage everyone check out on YouTube.
Got some whale tails in there.
Yes. Now I know.
So the music video pretty intense.
Yeah.
Like, please describe like the concept and like who came up with all that.
So, Nastasha, my guitar, she's definitely like the production
Okay.
director. Like she comes up with these concepts. She knows how to execute them really well. For the EP that we're about to release, we were really, really inspired by this movie Bronson with Tom Hardy, which the unreleased song that we played today, the soundbite, is from that movie.
Oh,
Okay.
In the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard that, yeah.
So it was, so like it's basically about this guy who, it's based on a true story, and he was like England's like worst criminal. Like he was so bad, it cost taxpayers too much money to keep him in jail. So they were just like, okay, like
Forget it.
yeah, forget it. We're just gonna release you.
Wow.
But he was nuts, and we're kind of into that. So
Yeah. Going back to that crazy, we kind of like it.
but in terms of like the personal experience for us, waiting, like I just feel like we've been a band for so long, and I am just waiting for like this break. Like I'm waiting to have the opportunity to like quit my job and do this full time. And like there's nothing I want more in my life, and I'm just waiting.
Well, what's amazing though is like it's so fun for us to see a band like yours that hits this level, makes it here, and you literally see like the rocket, the fire is going, the smoke is going, and it's like that rocket's just, it's taking off, and then there we go. And that's how we felt about Dirty Honey. We met them years ago here, and then boom, the rocket took off, and it was like, it's really it's really cool to see.
I hope so. Thank you guys for saying that.
Yeah.
That makes me feel
So
really good.
you're there, baby.
Almost. I was just saying earlier, because my guitarist and I were very like, we're competitive with ourselves.
Okay.
And like, so like even though like we just played these festivals, it's amazing. Like we're so grateful. It's everything I've ever wanted to do. What's next?
Yeah, sure.
Like there's no boundary that, like there's no cap to what we want to hit. Like Smashing Pumpkins is one of the biggest bands ever, and like we can only hope to ever get to that level, but that is what we're shooting for. Yeah. And like, and
it's a really good goal.
Yeah, and even if we get to that level, we're still gonna be like, what's next? Like,
yes.
You know, like we we gotta sink a city, like
Yes!
Pink Floyd shit.
Yes, St. Venice. I love that. That's great. I appreciate the passion and the fire.
We're gonna clip this, so
we are.
like 5-10 years from now,
Yeah.
we were like, see, we knew her before when.
Yeah, we did.
How energetic she was. I just want to ask real quick, what you guys from Staten Island? What is the music scene like there for you guys? Just kind of curious.
For us, I feel like because we're a blend of a lot of different genres, it was hard for us to like really fit into a scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a good streak, like a good few years where there was like really great bands, and we would play with them all the time. But it's not. I don't know how to word this correctly. It's just this is something that we want so bad.
Yeah.
And like. So it made sense to us that if you want this, you're going to do whatever it takes to get there.
Sure.
And a lot of people in like the local music scene, it's like if you just want to have fun, like then you're just going to have fun.
Yeah.
Like it, and I felt like there was a point where we were just kind of like, we want more than this.
Yeah.
Like I remember playing a show with my band, and I looked at them and I was like, I'm always grateful for every experience. I never want anything to sound like ungrateful or anything, but like I just remember looking at them and I was like, I want to play to a crowd of people I don't know. Like I want to play to faces like strangers.
Yes.
And that became the next goal. How can I play? Like, okay, here's a packed room of people from Staten Island. I know everybody, but how can I play to a packed room of people I don't know?
I love that.
And that was the next goal.
I've never heard anybody put it like that.
Yeah,
That's great. That's a cool next level to get to. Like all these levels of success.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You guys are fun to follow on Instagram. I mean, like the little rapping, like
Oh,
improv. but obviously, it's fun documenting life on the road. So how's been that? Touring been going for you? Traveling across the country.
It's always really fun. I'm with my best friends. We're seeing new cities. I feel like it's something that like over time, as we get more used to it, will maybe become more glamorous.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of driving, a lot of like, fuck, we gotta go to Walmart, get some like cold cuts or something. Like
Yeah.
You check in late at the hotel, wake up early, keep going. And there's not much of sightseeing.
Yeah.
Like I think like one of my favorite places I've been to is New Orleans. And I got
my favorite city. I own a home there.
Really?
If you guys go through there on tour, let me know.
Oh my God, I loved it. The energy there was so amazing.
It's magical.
And for like, we had sound check, but before sound check, we had like 2 hours to kill.
Yeah.
So I got really drunk.
Yeah.
And I had to stop, and I was like, I can't show up to sound check like this.
Wait, where did you play? And do you remember?
I think it was.
Was it a festival or was it a club?
No, it was a club. I never
Was it
remember
Tipitina's
anything.
by any chance? That's
No,
like a
it looked
legendary
like it looked like a theater.
Okay.
It like a hard rock.
Okay.
type place.
Okay. There's so many great venues there.
Yeah, and it was just.
I'm
so
glad you got
cool.
to enjoy it for a couple of hours.
Yeah, but that's about it. Like it's just like if you're lucky, you get a few hours to like run around.
Yeah.
Can't get too fucked up.
Yeah, I know. That's hard to do in New Orleans.
Have you guys had a chance to come through San Francisco or the Bay Area yet? Or?
Yeah, we've played. I think 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Here, not here, in San Francisco, and we're gonna play again tomorrow.
Where?
At Kilowatt.
Oh my God.
Oh, you can play the Kilowatt?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I'm
That's-
so excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And one of my friends, he plays drums in Destroy Boys.
What?
Wait, what?
We
Yeah.
know this. What?
Yeah. He's in another band called Parisian Mansluts.
Yeah.
And they're playing with us. And I'm so excited because we haven't
Small
seen him in a
world.
while, and I just can't wait to like hang out. And
That's great.
Yeah. And his parents own this gelato shop.
Yeah.
I have to figure out what it's called. If you message me later, I can send it to you.
Okay.
But literally the best gelato ever. Every time we go to San Francisco, we always go to his shop. It's
It's in
so
San.
good.
It's in San
In the
Francisco?
city?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll have to
Okay.
message it
Yeah,
to
yeah.
us.
It's really, really good.
Please tell him we said hello. That's so
Yeah.
great.
But the Kilowatt, great spot.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
remodeled it within the last couple years.
Yeah.
Awesome. I was fortunate to see Billy Joe Armstrong,
Yes.
Green Day. Well, with the cover-ups, play there last year. His covers band. Awesome spot right there in the heart of San Francisco. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
excited.
great.
that's so cool.
Well, we really enjoyed getting to know your band and you. Thank you
you.
for stopping through.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
We
You're
do have one more
welcome.
question for you. We ask all of our big rock stars this question,
Oh,
so
God.
no pressure. So there was a movie that came out a long time ago. You may or may not be familiar. Almost Famous came out in the early 2000s. And in the last frame of that movie, the question is asked, what do you love about music?
It's transcendental.
Yep.
Ooh.
Whether I'm at home listening to it in my headphones or on stage playing it, I am still in another dimension. So,
Yes. Yes.
And I feel like that's why like people that listen to like similar genres, they kind of gravitate towards each other because like you have an understand, like it's like we listen to this type of music because we have an understanding of what that message is.
Oh yeah.
Which means that we must have something
in common.
Yeah. So it's very like I love music.
No one says the same thing twice. That's
Yeah.
why I love that question, because everyone has a different answer and they're all equally magical. Thank you.
Thank you.
This
Thank you
is-
guys for being like
Cool.
We're here to support. We try.
No,
I feel cooler now that I know what whale tail is.
No, but thank you for just the really genuine,
Yeah.
conversation.
No, you guys are
Yeah.
asking genuine questions. so
That's
I always
fantastic.
appreciate that.
No,
Wow.
but you have friends now in the Bay Area.
Yep, absolutely.
Anytime you need anything, please hit us up. And yes, we'd love to support you any way we can.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, yeah, check out Jigsaw Youth, the music video, streaming, all that good stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah.